Evening, everyone. It's 6:15, and this is your closing comment. It is video number 605, and I remind you that we still are interested in dealing with people who are interested in futures. If you're interested, just send me a message, email, whatever, and I'll be happy to furnish you the information. It is a huge advantage, especially in a market like this one. Okay, so, some days the market inhales and some days the market exhales. And today was an exhale. By the end of the day, we had new highs in the NASDAQ and the S&P. Although the S&P was only up $1.22, NASDAQ was up 73.67, or a little over 0.5%. And the Dow was down $12.37. So this was one of those, kind of boring days where the market just needed a rest and took one. NYSE internals were 2-to-1 up, but volume was only 6-to-5. And in contrast to that, the NASDAQ was 1.5-to-1 in up to down volume, but was only barely 1.2-to-1 advanced declines. The Russell, which has been on fire, was down $19.20, or 0.9%. But the big loser, bar none, was the Dow Jones Transports, down 226.94, or just under 1.75%. And that was primarily the influence of Union Pacific, which closed about $3 off its new all-time high at 218.81. The earnings came out and they were such a disappointment that the stock gapped down and opened at 210, got as low as 207.89, and is currently 208.31, down 9.87, or 4.52. As far as groups, food service and food chain was mixed to lower. FANG, stocks, mega cap, same thing. The only sector that was strongly higher was retail. Part of that was on headline earnings and sales, but was also fairly heavily influenced by store closures. And so everybody liked that. On the extreme weak side, we had the airlines and cruise lines, biotech, financials, energy, defense, work from home, and even the cannabis stocks. So pot was down too. As far as futures, the big story, of course, is Bitcoin. That's the chart on the screen. I have lightened up substantially, actually lightened up here and here on the way up, and felt like an idiot when we hit, 42,730. Feel a little better here. Sold a little yesterday on the way down. We closed down yesterday 1,500, followed by today's downside of 3,115, and another 750 right now. We broke the 50-day and closed under it. My thought is that these closes right here at just under 29,000 ought to hold. If not, it looks like we're going for the gap between 24,500 and about 26,000. Although I don't really expect that, but the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of talk about regulation. There's a lot of talk about the usefulness of Bitcoin in money laundering and finance of terror. And if we really get rolling on that, who knows. But in the meantime, we have come down from 42.7 to 30.7. So that's $12 or 12,000 on 42,000. That's a pretty hefty decline. Although it just doesn't seem it. There's so much interest in it and so much good news for it, which is always a problem. When everybody is excited about something, it's usually the top. Gold was unchanged. The oil was slightly lower and is a little lower tonight also. Stocks I already told you about. Here, the oil is down just a nickel. The nat gas, which we're long, is up just a penny. The gold is up 3.5. We're silver up 16. The big movers in the last couple of days have been the platinum and the palladium. Platinum was up today, palladium was down, so I don't know really what that's about. Stock futures are basically unchanged. The dollar was lower again. It's really having a time here. As I said, Bitcoin is down, now down 830, and the bonds, which were down about a half a point, are basically unchanged to a couple of ticks lower. All right, everyone, have a good evening, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget, if you have an interest in futures, to let me know. I'll send you along a package, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a good one, folks.